Hey guys, how's it going? So Dave, we've been together for about a year now.
We've been doing the channel since April, yes.
Right, the channel. Anyway, it's nearly our 1 year anniversary.
In April.
Yeah. So for the occasion, I thought I'd do something nice for you.
In April?
Now.
No, not in April.
I wrote you a poem.
Oh no.
Oh, those gentle brown eyes that stare into my soul.
Where do you know my colour of my eyes?
Oh, with your beard that bristles, so beautiful I know.
What?
And with those arms, so strong and safe, inside I feel so right.
What?
The bead of sweat drips down your thigh.
I do sweat a lot.
Just hold me here tonight.
No, I'm not going to touch you.
And Dave...
I barely like sitting next to you.
With the sweltering heat...
Stop it.
Surrounding us now.
No. Stop it!
Put a lot of work into
No,
that.
you didn't, it was blank.
Hello and welcome to NPCs of Wildemount with myself, Oliver Dungeon Master.
And Dave.
He's just mocking my arm.
No.
I was giving him a bit of flamboyance.
If you notice, there'll be little name things up here for the first time.
Oh!
Well, there won't be.
You can...
I've been working on them, and that was one of the suggestions we got, is to actually have little name things.
Yeah.
And
Another suggestion was for the title, but it'd be more flamboyant, so I'm going to try and be more flamboyant.
Well, the title.
Yeah, but just
Not
in general.
But you're going to be flamboyant, because the title will be the same.
Yeah.
For this episode, but
Yeah.
he'll be more flamboyant.
Yeah. So, welcome along to the show.
This isn't flamboyant.
I don't know.
This is just wavy.
Same thing.
Flamboyant is like...
Anyway, welcome to NPCs of Wildemount reviewing episode, season...
4.
Campaign 2, episode 4.
Yeah.
Which was a fantastic kind of episode that had a lot of roleplay, no combat.
It was character driven.
Very character driven, but we get to see more of the characters and look at them from different angles.
Yeah, and it was kind of wrapping up the arc, the first kind of real arc. You could say like the first episode of like a superhero show, where they all get together and now they're a team.
Also, it's been mentioned on several platforms that they're doing milestone leveling, which means instead of leveling by getting...
Matt said it.
Well,
it wasn't just mentioned, Matt literally said it last episode.
I was trying to make it seem like we did our research and found it somewhere like hidden.
Oh yeah, we saw that on multiple platforms that we do milestone leveling.
No,
I don't know what you were doing.
Well, I gotta brief you on this stuff before we start.
I'm here to correct you most of the time.
And accept my homoerotic poetry. Anyway, basically, so milestone leveling is different to the XP leveling if you're not familiar with that. So XP, you get points for killing creatures. Milestone leveling, you complete a story. You complete a story arc or major points in the plot to level. Oh. We don't need to comment on that.
We will comment on that one day. But no one will ever know why I just did that.
Just what happened there, except for the two of us.
No.
And we're not... Forget it. Anyway, yeah, so the whole thing starts where they've just defeated the Devil Toad on the island where they heard that there was a witch.
We spelled it wrong. We spelled it wrong before, but I'll get the right spelling this time.
Well, see, I was going like for the Maori spelling of it. You know, Kauri.
Yeah, because they would know exactly what that spelling would be.
Hey, I use Amharic in the names of some of the places in the new story arc for our game. Yeah.
What's Amharic?
It's some weird language that I found.
But you made this up, didn't you?
No. Amharic Abidi, the temple in that Deven, is named, after that language. We're way off track. Anyway, they decide the first thing to do, quite a usual kind of idea in D&D, bring back the head of the creature we've slain to prove that we've slain it.
That we still gotta go, like, I don't know whether it was really evil, but I guess they've kind of accepted. Yeah, and everyone accepted in the story it was evil. Well,
we had a lot of comments in our last video. Laura did use detect good and evil and saw him as a fiend. Yeah, I thought maybe she had seen who was really behind it, and there was another fiend nearby.
But I mean, does fiend mean evil?
I don't know.
So I don't know either.
You could be a good fiend. I mean, an Asimar is essentially a badass angel.
I think it's 2018. We can't decide all fiends are evil.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't label us.
Yeah, don't label all fiends as evil. Yeah. Fiends have feelings too.
Hashtag fiends have feelings too.
I'm not... I'll do that hashtag, yeah. Anyway, Molly carves off Kyrie's head.
Yep, takes 20 minutes.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Because it was a
big...
Well, it was a low roll on his strength as well, so 20 minutes.
And essentially they get back to the boat with this evidence and go back to go back to the city. Or town? It's more of a town.
I'd say town. Now, remember, they're not even supposed to be out of this place. They're still technically under arrest for being at the scene of the crime.
Except for Caleb.
Except for Caleb, who is completely absolved at this point.
So they basically decide that Caleb's going to take claim to this kill. Because, well, he's the only one that could.
What do you think of that in terms of a D&D storytelling element? Having one player that is not really with the rest in the way that the stakes aren't as high for him, because he's pretty much free to go. Do you like that in terms of it allows interesting decisions?
I think in this early part of the game, I don't know if I like it, because technically he's got really, with the exception of Not, he's got no real binding to them. He's got no reason to help them. Yeah,
it's true. Although, hey, after this episode, a lot of people in the chat did mention that they are becoming a group.
They're starting to form and go through experiences, because being a party is all about all the fights, your battles and stuff, then you bond as a team and eventually kill one another.
Yeah. So I actually thought it was quite an interesting storytelling device, having one player that can do things that the others can't, which is be seen outside of this place. But they head back, and Caleb is the only one that's supposed to be free, so he goes to find the people that run the place, basically. Just show them Corey.
Or did the Crown's Guard, the one that was in charge of the Crown's Guard, which was Nora?
Norda.
Norda.
Yeah.
Yeah, Norda.
Yep. So he goes to call for Norda, and kind of like a bit of a trope. The guards don't let him. They don't let him through, kind of thing. They say come back in the morning. And that's when Caleb just starts screaming and shouting.
And getting attention. And while that was all happening, we've got Molly, who's taken Toya back to the carnival and kind of left her there.
Yeah.
And then gone to find the party again. But Ford has disguised himself as a Crown's Guard, because remember, the rest of the party has to sneak back into the being at the inn.
Yeah.
Ford disguises as a Crown's Guard, but Bo, Jester, and then eventually Not all get arrested by the Crown's Guard.
Yeah. And Molly, after this, actually just goes and hands himself straight in. He was...
I don't think he planned to. I think he was just trying to sweet talk it, because he saw them... Because once Caleb kind of got there, he took them to the dock to show the body so they can figure out if it's a fiend or not.
Yeah.
Molly saw that happening and was like, "Hey, you guys, you should have been at the inn. Oh, what are you guys doing?" And kind of was just trying to sweet talk the situation, but he ended up getting arrested too.
But when it failed, manacles.
Yeah.
Which, hey, it's good to have a backup plan as well. If you roll a low persuasion roll, maybe you have a sword or something to back you up if that fails.
Yeah, fight the Crown's Guard. That's got to go well.
Fight the Crown's Guard, yeah.
It's a revolution.
It's a revolution. Fight the Crown's Guard.
Fight the guards who have done nothing really wrong. They're just keeping the peace.
We do talk about Bo breaking the system later, so this is kind of the...
Yeah,
that can be the thumbnail for the episode.
I think Bo's going to be MVP.
Yeah, cool. I actually would go with you on that. So why don't we put it up now? MVP of the episode, we might as well. Beauregard.
And you're probably asking why. Well, we're not at that bit of the story, but apparently Ollie wants to go for it now.
Yeah, I know. So,
okay, why is Bo MVP without going too far
She's
ahead?
a badass, that's why.
Oh.
Yeah.
So she's always MVP?
Yeah. In my eyes, at least, Bo.
Oh.
He's jealous now.
This is why we have structure.
Very loosely.
Very loosely,
essentially Molly, before he hands himself over, briefs Toya and says, "Look, you had no part in this. If they ask you questions, you were here the whole time." He didn't want to implicate her, because you do know that in the story, Toya and Molly have been performing side by side at this circus for quite some time.
Wow. Yeah, because they're travelling... odd ones.
So there's emotional attachment there, which I also love. Emotional attachments for a single player to an NPC, even if it's hate towards Queen Asalia, it really just adds to the role-playing potential. Anyway, next, what happens next?
Well, basically we'll go to the trial. So basically Nora? Is it
Norda?
Norda.
Yeah.
Norda.
Yeah.
So Norda basically gets an expert to come along, which we find out more about the expert later on.
Yeah.
Identifies that it is indeed a fiend and a very bad creature.
Yeah.
So they basically get the party gets put on trial. Long and short of it, they get released.
And also, and I was ready for this because I saw when the episode started, the second table, the camera had extra space off to the side with an iPad in front of it, and I was going, please, oh God, please let it be, please let it be. Ashley returns.
Oh, it wasn't you. I thought that's what you were going for. It was like, it was me!
It was me! I was there in Critical Role. I astrally projected myself from New Zealand.
I don't know if we would ever, like, one, I don't think we'll ever be invited to be on the show.
Not yet.
But two, I don't think I would ever be on the show. I would probably say no to it. Because
I'd be there tomorrow.
Yeah, you'd be there tomorrow, but I would be like, it's a show I like watching. I don't want to be part of it because that means I've changed the story.
I would just, you'd just see me starstruck constantly, not able to make any decisions.
That's why I feel like I would have to go just to keep you running.
Because I'd just be fangirling, like,
yeah, I'd be like
staring at Travis,
and I'm just like, oh, hey Travis, and
yeah.
you're like, ugh.
And you have to keep like batting my hands away as I go to touch them.
Stop cutting Matt's hair. Anyway.
Yeah, so they actually returns the Asimar, who's playing what's the name?
Yasha.
Yasha, that's right. Ugh, it's going to be like at least 20 episodes before I get any of
I'm
these
getting
names.
them. I'm getting them a lot easier.
Bow and stuff. But yeah, the Asimar, I actually rightly predicted that actually would be playing an Asimar. I just
keep going.
Yeah, so she returns. She's also been arrested. They are coming up with, this time, reasons and excuses for her to come in and out.
Yeah. So in this case, when she ran away in the first episode, when all the chaos went on, she basically just got arrested straight away and been in prison the whole time.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, that's simple enough explanation.
I mean, blind spot continues. We continue having to have Ashley there and not there.
But yeah, basically, they kind of get free. They're able to prove their innocence.
Yeah.
You find out a little bit more about Not and how goblins. There's a bit of history when it comes to goblins in the world, so that'll be interesting going forward.
So that there is some prejudice there because goblins are seen as murderers, and Norda actually mentions that some of her family had been killed by goblins
by a different clan.
Yeah, not Not's clan.
Who's
there?
Not clans.
Get it?
Yeah, I get it. Anyway, so after all this has happened, the carnival actually disbands. So everyone goes their separate ways with the carnival. So it's kind of a bit of a somber moment, but also gives a reason why Yasha and Molly would actually continue on with the party.
Now, theory time.
Boing! Should we have a theory time?
A theory time thing?
Theory time!
Yeah. Theory time! Now,
I have to do that. So if you're seeing that, I
he
think
did
it's something else.
He's editing it, right. Theory time.
What?
Toya, right? Okay, so Toya actually seems like quite an intricately created character.
Mm-hmm.
She's got motivation. You know, she's well rounded. At this point,
what's her motivation?
Well, she's got motivation to protect Kaori. And she's got arcane. She's got arcane abilities, which is quite cool.
Kind of like singing and stuff.
Well, Matt actually mentioned at one point where she got the singing from. He said that she learnt it to protect herself, like before she came to the circus. And that kind of made me go, alright, he's really thought about this character. We don't see her too much. I mean, she's quite important. But, theory time, she's going to return later in the campaign, having grown up a bit and found herself in some kind of weird circumstance, maybe with some darker travellers and...
So your theory, your marvellous theory is that she'll return to the story.
But...
Wow.
She's been changed.
Mind blown!
No, I mean, like, right now she's real innocent, and she's this kid.
So you think that she's basically going to be that one character that you're going to see evolve just as much as the other characters.
They find her again, but now she's a travelling rogue who robs people because of the bad crowd she fell in after the circus was disbanded.
Maybe.
That's my theory.
Or we may never see her again.
That's true, it's probably likely. But I just thought I'd mention that.
It's alright. I mean that it makes sense, and it'll be a nice little tie back to the original founding and seeing how far they've grown.
So we'll see. Essentially, they decide what to do next.
Yes.
There's not been too much of Matt giving them overarching stories and plot lines.
I mean, the only one that brings out to mind is what they eventually end up to is Ford's ambition to join the academy.
Yeah.
And that's eventually what they agree to do. Because over the next hour or two of the actual game, the only two real significant things happen. And so we're kind of going to skip to them. One of them is Beau's story.
Badass training. Now, at this point, Matt
MVP! Now we can do the MVP.
MVP! Beauregard!
Yeah.
Boom! Send my Beauregards to the devil. Bam! That is the catchphrase that I created. Please share it.
That sounds really desperate. Please share it.
God!
Weeks. Everyone else shits on my catchphrases. Can't
someone like it? We're nerds of power. I mean, that was spent weeks on that one. Anyway, Matt asks everyone else to leave and does some one-on-one roleplay with Bo. Now, I think that this also is going to be a reoccurring thing. Having these one-on-one kind of scenes, and man, I don't know if it would work.
I mean, it happened a bit in the old campaign, but mainly when someone dies.
Yeah. I think it worked really well, but I don't know if it would work really well if this was a home game, if it wasn't being live streamed. Because, you know, then the players are kind of just hanging out going...
Yeah. I think it would be rather interesting. You do learn a lot about Bo, and that's why the MVP, we'll learn about Bo being a bit of a rebel, kind of running away from things. The bad egg of kind of the academy, almost. But I don't think that one-on-one thing, I think I might start doing that, but not in the games. Meeting players for coffee and just, like, doing a little scene with them. In terms of their backstories. Can you just, like, if you do a one-on-one with me, because obviously we don't go coffee, we live in the same house, have pants on. Not promising. I don't want a one-on-one with you. I am going to... Well, do I have to get up? I'm putting my foot down. Do I have to get up and put them on now? Like, I mean, you were fine with that. Well, like, my penises need air. What did you expect that was going to go
Not
down?
That! Okay, well, he's editing this. I have no idea if that's going to make the final cut.
I might believe it.
Anyway, so we see Beauregard and we see her current teacher, whose name I wrote down, Xenoth. So essentially we find Expitor Darian. Okay, Expitor Darian, who is the kind of overseer of this group, tells Xenoth, who's Beauregard's original teacher, that he has failed her, and he's fired, essentially. Then Bo meets Expitor Darian. Man, fantasy names. And he essentially says, you know, he's gonna take over her tutelage, but not with that original clan, with the new secret society type group of monks. Yeah. And so, I'm guessing the ongoing thread here is they're going to be popping in and out, giving Bo personal lessons once in a while. Yeah. Kind of like, do you ever watch Daredevil? No. No, I haven't. I think I saw the movie. No, the TV series. Ah, no. The good one. No, I did. You did? At some point years ago. I can't remember anything, except for that cool, like, reddish-orange thing when he was seeing through his... Okay, it doesn't help if you don't remember it. Oh, okay, then no. Okay, there's a character in there called Stick. Yeah. And he's the teacher, he's the blind teacher of Daredevil, like who just comes in once in a while and, like, teaches him. So that's gonna... He's gonna be basically the Stick. Yeah. For Bo. Cool. Okay. Theory time. So, essentially, he comes out and Bo cracks wise, which looks like it was not a good idea as she just gets swung at and knocked to the ground, takes 10 points of bludgeoning damage with, you know, her max hit points at 18 at level 2. That's fairly significant. She kind of hits the ground. And then she flurry of blows at Darian and goes nat 20, nat 20, nat 17. And good rolls. Just... attacks the hell out of him, and they go back and forth and have a bit of a sparring match. Yeah. But basically, at the end of it, they've kind of are going to be a student-teacher kind of relationship going forward. That's how I took it. Yeah, no, I think you're right. At the end, they kind of find a bit of mutual respect for each other through the ways of combat. Yeah. And that's why Bo's our MVP. Yes. You can just tell that Marisha is absolutely loving playing a badass, kind of like a bit rough, but can be. I know the drunkenness, like the acting of the drunkenness, kind of has gone away. Because at first, when the character was introduced, it was kind of like she's a drunken, like But now it's kind of more kind of controlled. Drunken Master 2, but more of a smart ass, more of a controlled than just a drunken kind of all over the place. Essentially a rebel, I suppose. Yeah, rebel with a cause. Yeah, rebel with a cause. Oh, okay. What's the cause? Beer? I don't know. Anyway, that was one big part that happened in the second half. The next part, they all kind of go shopping and do their own thing, but I've just put the one thing we should mention, they got a map, which you'll see here. Oh, man, the map was beautiful. In fact, when that happened, that was when I'm going to make it bigger, so you can't see us at the moment. Hey, cool. So you can talk. We can talk over the map. Let's just get naked. No, don't. Don't. They're literally not seeing this. Keep that button. So this was. And we're back. with the shirt still on.
Yeah.
Now this is the point where I instant messaged you and said, hey, what's that site you use for map making? As soon as I saw Matt's map, because I was like, oh man, inspired, and just went and created a map for Bits of Sinjera that you guys.
And after I sent the inappropriate tag, I told you. Yeah. Inkarnate, we use Inkarnate.
Yeah, we'll put a link down to it below.
It's a free software.
And it's still in beta technically.
Yeah,
but it's great.
I mean, everything's in beta nowadays. Video games get in beta before like they're released and done.
I'm looking at another one called Dungeon Painter on Steam.
I'm looking at this game called I think it's called 2 Point Hospital, and it's a theme hospital sequel.
Cool.
I know.
I used to play that. I was terrible at it.
I still play it.
When they got like the guy with the one dilated pupil with the concussion, you had to cut his brain open. That's where I always used to die. And that was Life and Death, wasn't it?
You're talking about a completely different game.
We're
talking about a completely different game.
Retro gaming advice aside.
Anyway.
Back to Critical Role.
So they get this awesome map, and I think we're going to be seeing these locations more, and by this point we've still got the map up.
Yep.
I will point an arrow to where we actually are in the terms of the story right now. No, they can see this bit.
Oh shit, okay.
No, this is just on here, this little...
right, that little one.
Yeah.
I didn't see it before. Hi, Matt.
Just don't... He's not Matt, it's a map. Not Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Matt.
How's it going?
Alright, so I'll put the arrow there, and then, so basically they get together, they all decide to go to La Dash, which is here. So they're going to be travelling north going forward, and that's essentially the important parts.
Yeah, so we saw some cool roleplay. We had some interesting moments with Matt doing a one-on-one, on-camera kind of session for a player, which I thought worked great in the terms of a live stream. Bit tricky in the terms of a home game, unless you did it away from the table. But another little tool for you.
All our games are live streamed.
Yeah, it's true. So it could work for us. Yeah.
Yeah, but so would you still do the coffee thing?
What coffee thing?
You literally just said you got to do sessions.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about for moments that have happened way in the past to help the characters flesh out their backstory that the party doesn't know.
Okay.
For example, Patience's story in the jungle before that. Yeah.
All right, yeah, it's a good way of doing it, and we'll probably see more. It seemed like a very kind of they knew it was happening, even though they went, oh my god, they knew once in a while they do one-on-one sessions, and it'll be awesome if we have with Ashley coming in and out that we could actually have a one-on-one with Ashley.
Yeah.
When she's able to come back.
Yep, cool. Now, at this point, we still haven't had the overarching kind of story, the main quest yet. I think that's still waiting to be discovered while they do typical level 2
we
quests.
just formed. I reckon we've just completed how the team got together.
Right.
So the next step is why the team sticks together.
Yeah. So I'm hoping to watch closely in the next couple of episodes, try and see if I can pinpoint or find any hints at the darkness that is coming, because I'm sure it will at some point. My boss does not let me talk behind the coffee machine for fear that I will knock cups over, because I talk like this literally all the time.
You guys have no idea how many times I've heard that story. He literally does that every time I make fun of him when I do this. He goes, did you know? I'm not loud behind the coffee machine. It's like, yes we know, Ollie.
I don't know if you know that I can always see you there in the camera when you're doing
I know
this.
you can. That's why I kind of do it to put you off. Because you're the professional actor and you can keep it together.
I've not had a paid acting gig in
There's no excuse.
like a few weeks.
This is probably why you don't have a paid acting gig. But anyway, that's our recap for the story, and it's another fun episode of Critical Role, and the journey continues. So, now we'll do our comment of the week. So, the comment of the week, which is here, is go Ollie.
Matt actually confirmed on Twitter that the Devil Toad...
Say his name.
Michalord.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Michalord.
I'm butchering your name probably, but thank you for commenting. Matt actually confirmed on Twitter that the Devil Toad is a homebrewed monster. I love the homebrewed monsters. One of the most intriguing things about this episode was how they didn't even question Kaori's motives, like we said. They just up and killed him. Also beating up little children. Some parts of Vox Machina shall never die.
Sure.
Other than that, we got to see a whole lot more teasing of backstories, which had me super intrigued, and we learned that imps are sons of bitches.
So we got 100%. More backstory in this episode. So the monster they was talking, it's a Nurglet.
Yes.
So it was a special monster that Matt created just for the game, which is why I can find any pictures for it, so I don't feel so foolish anymore.
Yes. So I'm hoping that he releases the stats of that somewhere, so that we can
it'll probably be in the next guide.
Yeah, in the Wildemount, whatever the next one's called.
Yeah.
Tal'dorei too. I don't know, but
I'd probably be like Wildemount campaign guy.
Yeah.
The other one's called Tal'dorei campaign
That would be
guy.
good. Now we had some exciting announcement about merchandise, didn't we? Don't we?
No.
No.
Oh yeah, we do.
We do.
Yeah, I didn't want you to phrase it that way, but we did. So okay. So one of the comments we got a couple of weeks ago was that we should build a set.
Yes.
And actually have stuff behind us and in front of us, and actually just dick it out a bit.
Because currently this is just my room, and that's just my manga collection.
And if you notice, I wear the same 2 shirts every review.
It's true.
Because that's the only 2 shirts of Critical Role I own, and you own only 1. And that's why you wear random other shirts as well.
Also, I can't be bothered changing just for this.
Yeah.
Oh, I did put on this ring just for this.
Cool, Ollie. But
Just the insincerity of that was great. Continue.
But basically, to order stuff overseas is quite expensive for us. So we decided to do a bit of fundraising and a way for you guys to support the channel if you want to see us improve and want us to grow and do other things. Also,
we don't have currency in New Zealand. We just trade sheep.
No, it's not true. Don't believe that. Don't tell people rumours they may actually believe. So down below, you'll see it pop up right here. We're selling T-shirts of our logo on mugs as well, and on a hoodie. So we can't even afford to buy what we're selling. Basically, that is very true.
We already do own each one of these shirts. Maybe we'll wear them both in the next episode.
Yeah, we'll do it on Dragon Tavern. So look at that. But if you do want to support us, want us to help us deck things out and make this channel better, help us buy another camera so we can actually be shinier, or get proper lights so we don't need to time the sun being up while we record.
And maybe help us with our live stream as well, which we need stuff for that. But
we're borrowing gear at the moment, so
I want to put like a giant dragon head right here.
No, we're not going to do that.
I'm just
if you do help us, we're not going to be doing that. He's just going to be putting his.
I'm going to buy it. I'll finance it myself. I'll sell my kidneys.
But if you just don't actually want to buy any gear at all, and you just want to donate, we do have an option to do that as well. So you don't have to. We're going to be doing this anyway.
Yeah.
We're going to be trying our best to try and make things better.
Yep.
But if you do want to chip in, you'll help us even faster.
Because we have been doing this for nearly a year, and personally, I want to do it for another year. So let's go.
You're going to Japan though.
For 4 weeks. You guys can do one shots.
Fine. Who's going to be? I'm going to have to do all that.
Well, maybe we'll do some kind of weird Skype thing at 4 in the morning in Kyoto. But so there's available stuff.
I don't even want to talk to you at 4 in the morning. Can you imagine that? Hi Ollie, it's 4 in the fucking morning.
Hey, and it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon for me. So, hey Dave, how's it going? Just having a cup of tea.
I know, we'll work something out, and that's later in the year.
But thanks so much for watching and enjoying NPCs of Wildemount. If you have any comments about the episode of Critical Role that we just reviewed, leave them down below. Thank you for supporting us. From myself, Oliver, Dungeon Master, and we wish you just
I'm
go.
not even interrupting you now.
You put me off.
Gary, you can move that.
Hey guys, how's it going? Now Dave, you and me have been together for about a year now.
It means you mean the channel's been...
Right.
We started the channel in April.
Right, the channel. Anyway, it's nearly our 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, in April.
Yeah. So for the occasion, I thought I'd do something nice for you. I wrote you a poem. I hope you like it.
It's in April.
Oh, those gentle eyes that stare into my soul,
No.
adorned with the beard of golden weave that fleets through all I've called, those sensual arms that hold me tight and
touch you.
Bring me closer now.
I don't like touching you.
Between your thighs, a bead of sweat. That rolls like a...
Why are you in my thighs?
I can't keep it straight.
God damn it, Ollie.